You might be cooked. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Ed for the win. I'm back at it again with another core question. And I know what you're thinking. You really doing this? Yes, I'm doing this. And I find it funny. And it's cool. It's fun to me. It's interesting. So, you know, I'm definitely going to read some questions again like I did last video. Go check it out. And yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so we have Lisa Jordan, says study at New York University. She asked the question, she said, why is ghosting so hurtful? And yeah, she went on a full essay about this stuff. I don't know if I want to read all this, but I'm gonna just go ahead. It says ghosting someone can have a profound and negative impact on their mental and emotional well-being. When somebody suddenly removes themselves from another person's life without explanation, it leaves the abandoned person in a state of confusion and distress. That is true, especially someone that you've known for a pretty long time. Their mind races trying to find reasons for their sudden disappearance, often leading to overthinking and self-blame. For those who are insecure, this situation is particularly damaging, as the brain will instinctively latch onto their insecurities, amplifying feelings of inadequacy and rejection. Ghosting essentially traps the abandoned person in a personal hell of constant questioning, over-evaluating, and over-analysis. Their thoughts became consumed with what went wrong and what they did to cause the ghosting, and whether they are inherently unworthy of love and respect. The relentless mental turmoil can be debilitating, causing significant emotional pain and stress. When you truly care for someone, their feelings and well-being become intertwined with your own. You cannot derive joy or satisfaction from knowing that your actions have caused them pain. If you know that the person you care about is hurting because of something you did, it creates a disconnect within you. You can't feel joy while being aware of their suffering, as genuine care involves empathy and a shared emotional experience. Hurting someone you care about inevitably affects your own sense of well-being, highlighting the importance of communication and empathy in maintaining healthy relationships. So basically, I feel like this is something that's happened to her recently. So it says, why is ghosting so hurtful? Obviously, I have been ghosted, but I have been ghosted before, like a couple people that I've known, like that I grew up with, like, or even like just people that I thought I was like, had a close bond with and I had a close like relationship with. They just randomly just start ghosting. They just start acting different, and they just, like, I don't know. Sometimes I be thinking, is it me or is it them? I be thinking like, I don't know, because I don't be doing too much to make them ghost. Honestly, they just probably wasn't like feeling I don't know, they just probably got some issues. I feel like for a girl standpoint than guys, I feel like girls ghost more than guys do, because I think girls like are more connected emotionally and mentally more than guys are. So I just feel like, from my experience, I feel like most girls that I've talked to recently, like I thought it would be good. I thought it would be like the connection would be good. I thought we like get along together, and all of a sudden they just, they just stopped texting. They just stopped. They just basically just don't talk to me anymore. That's as simple as that. I mean, guys too, but like I feel like they do it rarely, or even if they do it, they probably have something going on, and we probably get back close again within like, I don't know, like the next month, next time we see each other, like a month or two or like a year later. It's always like good vibes when I see my mans and my guy friends, bro. So I just feel like ghosting can be hurtful at times, but I mean, honestly, you just gotta accept it. Most people got issues, or most people got something that they got going on. Even if it is not them, maybe if it's you, I guess that's just, I don't know. I guess you just gotta be, realistic. Be real with yourself. I feel like, is it me? I think I'm the one that's making them ghost me. maybe I gotta work on myself. So I don't know. Ghosting can hurt at times, but maybe they're doing the ghosting for a reason. So yeah. Um, says Gerald says, can I grow to 5'10" at 17? I'm 5'6". I've been exercising and I just joined this cross country camp that gets you ready for track and field. They make you run a lot and do a bunch of stretches. I'm also eating good and getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Honestly, 5'10" at 17, you're 5'6", so that means you want to grow 4 inches. You want to get to 5'10" at 17. You mean at 17, you still growing. When I was 17, I wasn't growing that much. I probably grew like an inch after high school. I think I was 17. I was just about to graduate high school. I was probably like an inch shorter than what I am now. So obviously, like, your growth plays, it depends on if you're still growing or not. I feel like, because 17 is really like where most people like decline in like growth spurt. But you never know. You can have like a 4 to 5 inch growth spurt. Like, you never know. Like, most people's growth plates are different. For me, like, I've always been like, always been growing like at a constant rate. I just really stopped at like when I hit 17, 18. That was when my growth plates really started it. Or I just slowed down and just growing. Like, that's when I started to grow like a half inch or like an inch or 2 maybe. So you never know. Like, if you haven't grown since if you just stopped at 5'6" randomly, if you haven't grown since for the past like what, 2, 3, 4 years, ever since you was like 14 or something, then you probably done growing, most likely. You probably gonna stay 5'6" forever, my boy. Just gonna have to get used to it, fam. But if you still growing, or if you hit like a growth spurt, or if you're doing it for a growth spurt, then you never know. Honestly, you might grow to 5'10", maybe even 6 feet, maybe like 6. Yeah, you could probably go past 5'10". Honestly, 5'10" is a respectable height. So yeah. So hold on. What was this? Alright, I don't know if I'm gonna read this, but it says, I am single and 34 years old. I'm attracted to older men. Should I go for them? I'm gonna read this real quick. This is long. What the frick? Oh, I don't know if I want to read all this, but I feel like it says, I'm gonna just read like the first half, probably to like the third paragraph. It says, most women prefer men older, usually to the extent of older brother age, and not he could be my father age. So how old are we talking here? I mean, 34 is really like, you say you're attracted to older men, so how old? Probably like, if you're attracted to like older men can't just be like a year or 2 old. That's not older. Older is like probably like at least a 5, maybe 4, at least 4 or 5 really like age difference, older difference. Then, so if you're not really like, that's what I consider older. If you thinking 1 year's older or a month's older, then that's kind of not really that much of a difference. Like, so it says, when women are solidly into their 30s, dating a guy a couple years younger isn't a big deal at all. It's not really a big deal. Although a woman at 34 is still going to prefer a guy being a couple years older, all other things being equal. It's just a bias as a result of growing up, which, to be fair, has its roots in nature, stemming from when said gal was in her teens and early 20s. Honestly, most guys used to be dating like at least like 40s. 40s is really should be aiming for. Like, I would say I am attracted to older women, but like 34 is like way too old. Like, way too, I don't mind it, but like, it's kind of way too old, because I'm in my 20s right now. I'm in my 20s, so obviously no woman wants to date younger. That's basically dating their child or their kid, honestly. Maybe their younger brother, so I probably understand why. But in my opinion, I feel like age ain't nothing but a number, honestly. As long as I'm legal, as long as you're over 21, for real, then you're really an adult. Like, 21 is legal age in the US, so obviously you have nothing to worry about. y'all women have nothing to worry about. It's the age of consent. We could go pretty much do adult things. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. But obviously, I get what this woman's coming from, or women in general, when they want like older women. So, and I'm gonna just continue over here. It says there's no benefit to dating a guy over 40. And let's be real, you said attraction, and that's all it's about. It's not whether or not he's an actual better provider or is literally more mature than a guy who's 34. I mean, realistically, a guy in her 40s, you should not look at attraction at 40-year-olds. You should not expect a 40-year-old to be considered attractive. You should, more reason why you should date older is because of if the person can provide, if the person can bring peace. What can the guy do for the girl? Honestly, like, I mean, if you're dating for looks at this age you are, 34, then you should be considering dating younger, obviously. Like, you should be dating like people that are like probably like 20s, obviously. Because 40s, anything past 40, people get older. Like, people are not gonna stay young and good looking forever. So you should think into that. So you're probably looking for stability. Who makes the most money? Who can provide for you? So, all right. And it says if that were the case, you would just find yourself more apt to be jiving with a guy over 40 versus barely 30. And you would prefer to be dating a guy you've already got to know a bit, who's 29, makes a lot of 200K, and is maturely minded versus a 45-year-old guy whose persona is like any 30-year-old, which is common and not bad, and is a high school teacher. I mean, it's rare to see a person who's in their 20s or probably most early 30s that are really like, making over 200K. So you're probably looking for, I don't know if it's a money thing or if it's a personality thing or is it a looks thing. It's really one of the three you're looking for: money, looks, or personality. That's pretty much, I feel like, is what you're looking for. And I'm gonna just end it off here. It says, in a nutshell, it's about looks. Just another example that people should spare us the whole mantra that looks don't mean much to women. He looks the part, plain and simple. Think about it. Because I feel like if you want to get with the older men, you're not gonna look at attraction first. You can't expect a 50-year-old or a 45-year-old to look good, or not look good, but like look his best, like look attractive. His peak of attraction was probably like 30s, like late 30s. 30s was probably like the peak attraction. And then you start to fade, you start to get older. But shoot, obviously it's probably for looks to you. But it could be money, it could be personality, I don't know. But whatever you think you want in a guy, then shoot. You're 34, so obviously you're gonna go for a guy you're gonna look for a marriage, you're gonna look for a husband. So, I would say me, but I'm way out of your age range, so yeah. But that's all I'm gonna be reading for today. Don't forget to check out this video. Be sure to check out my last video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out my channel.